Hello everybody, welcome back to Surviving Minecraft, the show that begins at the beginning and ends somewhere off this island. My name is DanielAKA, thank you for joining me, and I hope today is both informative to those that are beginning in Minecraft and at least a little entertaining in some fashion here. Today we got a couple of different things we're going to do. First, we're going to find ourselves a new location in the world. Yeah. And in the process of doing this, I also want to teach a little bit about traveling and navigating in the Nether. So, let's go ahead and begin with something I wanted to point out here. First, we're going to bring up the debug menu by hitting F3. This is, of course, the Java edition of Minecraft. This is the debug menu. And on the left, the first line and the second paragraph is the X, Y, Z. The X and Y being the latitude and longitude, sorry, X and Z, and the Y being the height. So we're going to go ahead and make a note of this here. Negative 128, 459. Now, you can take a screenshot, and I have, but something else that you can do is you can actually write these down. Now, in Minecraft, I probably should have brought myself a piece of wood for this. Let's go ahead and grab... Do we have a log handy? No, that's fine. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do this. First, we're going to make a book, like so. And then... book, ink sac, feather, we get a book and quill. The book and quill are interesting because you can write in them. And so long as you don't sign it, you can continue writing. So, let's go ahead and head back over here. And let's take a look again at our coordinates just to write them down really quickly. Alright. We're going to call this Starter Island. And overworld negative 128, 63... 459. And then we're going to go to the Nether. 26, 42, 63. Good. We're going to go back to the overworld. After we leave the portal and go back in. Alright. Now, I'm going to keep these coordinates on me here, but I wanted to bring that up because if you don't have an easy way of getting access... Where's that sound? I don't even care. If you don't have an easy way of getting access to your screenshots, you don't have a way to write them down in person, you can always write it down with pencil and piece of paper. And I do want to try something real quick, because I'm honestly not entirely certain about this part. Do I have some paper? Oh, so I've done a lot of mining, and you can see I've gotten, for instance, a few stacks of nether brick. I've gotten some nether quartz ore, not nether brick, magma blocks, I should say, nether rack. I've gotten some soul sand. I killed a ghast, and I got a ghast here. That's one of his drops. That's not a common one, but I shot him down, and that's that. Alright. Make a book. If I did this... No. If I do this... No, okay. I don't remember if you can actually duplicate these or not, but I will go ahead. Actually, there's one more thing. let's go kill ourselves a cow real quick. Hey, cow. Thank you for dying. And do I have any wood handy before we get on our trip? If you're not familiar with... Yeah, here we go. And we're going to convert that. With Minecraft, one of the things that you can actually build are what are called item frames. So item frames let you can place this in the world like so, and then you can pop a book into it, or an item of some sort like so. Just like that. I wonder... Well, here, let's do this. Let's copy and paste. Good. So these both are identical. If I rename this to world coordinates. Yeah, there we go. We type test. It is still named world coordinates. Good. Alright, we're going to do the other one. Alright, so I'm going to put one up here, and I'm going to keep one with me. And this way we can update that as we go. Let's go and throw this back in here. We're going to travel with some food and our regular tools. I should tell you what we're going to do as well. In addition to mining there, I went ahead and mined down in the mines for a bit. These are barrels. They're a way to make a single box solution that does not require, unlike chests, which the top area has to be a non-full block, these can be placed anywhere, and they're pretty handy. But 21 diamonds, 3.5 stacks of coal, gravel, just straight stone, iron, redstone. I'm not going to break this down at the moment, but I wanted to break this out so I could show you a little bit of lapis, what I've have placed together. And a barrel is made just like this, with 2 slabs and 6 wood. So it is technically half a one wood plank less expensive to build than a regular chest, but you can't make double barrels. You can only make single barrels. So there it is. Okay, let's eat real quick. And baked potatoes. Alright, we're going to go ahead as well into our music and sounds. I'm going to drop the music down to 2%. It's still decently loud in my ears, strangely enough. Alright. So, I did say that I want to get to another world. Well, not another world. Another place. You know, I'll just bring that with us here. And iron. Yeah, I should do this while we're at it. So, I think I saw something off in the distance, which when I was out and about a while back. So, the other thing I want is, do I have... I've only got 3 string. I've got 8 string. I don't have enough string, but that should be okay. We're going to go and sleep before we head out. I'm bringing my iron with me, just in case. And I should bring some wood as well. And that should be sufficient. All right. Let's go ahead and hop in our boat here. So I named this little place Birch Island because I did find some birch saplings over here. And I went ahead and chopped them down and regrew them so I would have it. Here's what I found. This is a they're most commonly called the dark oak forest, and they are densely populated with dark oak trees. It's a nice wood. It's, one of my favorite woods, truthfully, as far as building materials is concerned. Let's go ahead and pop over here and see if we have any other interesting land masses. This is, let's see here. We are currently technically on a river. Yeah, we're gonna scooch around here. This could also be a tiny island. It's looking more and more like that's the case. Beach, the dark forest. All right. And these are giant mushrooms. They don't drop much, but you can mine them with something with silk touch to pick the blocks up themselves. The other thing is, if we take 2 iron, this makes a shears. Shears are interesting because they can do things like, in this case, they will, for some of these blocks, actually, I'm suddenly curious again. Okay, that we just had some pretty bad luck, it looks like there, and we can break those and get mushrooms. For tree leaves, shears are really effective, as they'll just get tree leaves for us. All right, let's chop down a dark oak tree. And get ourselves a few dark oak saplings. You do need 4 dark oak saplings to regrow a dark oak tree. That's why we got another axe. So it is not always perfect in being able to get enough saplings, but we got 1, 2, I'll break that down. Let's continue breaking these. Got 3. 1 more. Come on, game. Just 1 more. Hey, it's a sheep. Hey, sheep. You gave me 3 wool. Ah, you are an awesome sheep. I'm not going to kill you. I may have to come back and harvest you later, but I'm not going to kill you now. You gave me enough wool to make a bed, and I like that. You're a good sheep. Alright, I don't know if we got sufficient in this case. We're going to go ahead and go over here and break these down. So with sheep, if you kill them, you get mutton and you get wool as well. You can never take a shear and shear the sheep, which will get you wool without the sheep dying. Although you can dye the wool too. You can dye the sheep so they make wool of that color too. But the sheep wouldn't have to die. You just have to be dyed. Is that a bad joke? That is not a bad joke. Alright. No. Okay. Just one more dark oak sapling, please. I'll be satisfied with one. Just one. That's all I need. Thank you. Ah, I got a couple. Good. Okay. Alright. Let us do this. Take our shovel, chuck the old one. Let's grab these oak leaves. And these birch leaves. Yeah, this is a tiny island. Okay. Definitely not what we want to do. Not where we want to stop. Alright, Turtle, if you don't mind, you're going to take a trip with me, but that's fine. Alright, we are going to continue heading west. So I've not consulted any kind of Minecraft atlas, but I do think we have hit the mainland. And it looks like it's plains, or that's a mountain biome. Okay. We have more sheep over here. That's a good sign. Go away. Alright. Ooh, sunflowers. This is a sunflower biome. I'm going to bring one with me. Or a couple. You only actually need one. We got a good amount of sheep over here. And pigs. Sheep and pigs. That's good. And a pretty flat area. We got some horses. Ah, and chickens. Do we have any cows? If I have any cows, I wouldn't have to bring cows over. I am kind of liking this. Horses. Let's head in this direction a little bit. As I was wanting a place to call my own. And this actually may fit the bill, truthfully. It's on the mainland. It is a fairly flat area. Not too flat, but flat enough. We have most of the animals that we would want to farm right here. We have a ravine. So we have that going for us. All right. Let us go up the mountain. Do a bit of mountain climbing here. Up and up and up Daniel goes. Where he stops, it'll be at the top of the mountain. Ah! Nice. Okay. These are spruce wood and spruce logs. That's good. Spruce is another beautiful type of wood here. Let's go ahead and convert these real quick. We are going to take these planks and this, make a bed, plop the bed down. Respawn point is set. And then I'm going to take more of these to make a couple of chests. And plop that in there. Ah, that's a nice way to start. Ooh, I've got that. That looks interesting. It gives me kind of an idea as well for building something. All right, we got dark oak. We got spruce. Good. We got mushrooms. Sunflowers here. Sunflower. Oh, that game has completely ruined me. And if you don't know the game I'm referring to, I don't know if that would actually technically be lucky or unlucky, since it kind of was an interesting game when it first came out. So this is just a wooded mountains. So, yeah, that. Oh, this is looking like some interesting terrain. We have cows. Okay. That settles it for me. We have all of the aminals we need without having to worry about transporting them through the Nether or own boats or anything like that. And that over there really does give me some ideas. But I think we're going to build ourselves a little hovel. Actually, I think we'll do it right up here. And let's do this with some spruce. Well, I'm going to hold off on building the hovel for now. That's kind of not the point of today's episode, even though I really kind of want to. We're going to go ahead and build ourselves a nether portal. Now, I'm going to do this nether portal right here, as actually kind of calling to me. Let's grab these stone blocks. So, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do another 3 wide. 1, 2, 3. And voila! And before we light this up, I am going to bring this up, take a screenshot, open up my coordinates book. Alright, and we're going to call this, what should we name? We'll just, let's see here. I'm just going to call this the main base for now. Negative 952, 79, negative 17. Okay. So that is the coordinates for this. Now, I suspect that what's going to happen here is when we go through the nether portal, this is almost certainly going to result in us linking back with the original base. Let's go ahead and do this. I do kind of like to torch up the corners of these portals here when they're out in the open. But let's go ahead and do this, and let's see. Yep. This was completely expected. This just linked us back up here. We were too close to the original location in order for a new nether portal to be spawned. However, yeah, what we can do is we can take the coordinates of this and we can convert this into the coordinates in the nether. So, let me go and do a little bit of math. I went ahead and calculated these. What you need to do when you are checking or getting your coordinates. You take your overall coordinates and you divide this by 8. You can drop the decimal point after all of this here. There's a ratio of 1 to 8 between the Nether coordinates and the overworld. What this means is that for every 1 block that you travel in the Nether, the equivalent overworld is 8 blocks away. So, what we can do is, by determining these coordinates, we can go to another location, build this portal, and be good to go. So, we need to go to -119. So, we need to go this way. And -3. So, we need to go that way. Alright, let's get our bow and arrow. Are you ready to die, Mr. Ghast? Ha! Oh, he dropped another a ghast here. Nice. We're gonna make use of these at a later point. Okay. Let's grab our cobblestone here. I think the best thing to do is, starting out, let's go ahead, let's get rid of this first. We're going to go ahead and build up a bridge across this area, straight across. And I'm going to do it like this. So it is really straightforward. Now, this can get a little disconcerting in truth. So, what you've got to do is you have to go to the edge, shift, and then place your blocks. You kind of get used to it eventually in Minecraft, but if you let go of that shift key, you will fall into the lava. Or the void, or the mountain, or whatever place and however fall that you're going to be falling. I'm putting up these sort of guide rails here. Another item of note, when you are getting more supplies, back away from the edge before you start poking into your inventory. Alright, let's continue on here. Gonna go now. Thankfully, soul sand is not like regular sand. It is not a gravity affected block. You can run across patches of gravel in the Nether, which can be suspended in mid-air and will collapse under you after you have forced some kind of update to the block by, like, placing another block or something. Okay. There we go. Soul sand it's got this really eerie appearance. I guess it's sort of since the Nether is supposed to be hell, I guess soul sand are souls of the fallen and the damned or something. You can see the faces of if you look at it. You can see the faces of people in the soul sand. I think NetherAKA is supposed to be flesh, technically. Alright. Bam. And dig this up. Okay. So, we have a way across the lava now, which is, for almost all intents and purposes, safe. Safe from the ghast. Alright, let's pull this back up. And we're trying to get -119, -3. So I'm going to continue digging, and I'll be back here in just a moment when I get to where we need to go. Here we are, and I have a lot of netherrack I'm not going to bother about picking up. But we have found ourselves to the point where we need to be. Let's go ahead and grab this. So this is -119, -3. And we're just going to use the netherrack to fill in the holes. But we're going to make a larger than needed again. Bam. So, if I did this correctly, we will end up at the main base nether portal. And we did. Look at this. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So, let's go ahead and hop back through. Now, you don't need to worry about the y-coordinate as much, as long as you are basically within, I think it's 124 blocks up or down, then you should be fine. But we're going to go ahead, so I went ahead and cut out all the way over here, and so you see, this was a lot quicker than what we did initially. I'm not going to worry about doing as much in the way of blocking it in as this first one, because now we have two of them, and the other one is basically embedded in netherrack. So, did we get chickens that went through the portal? I think we did. Nether chickens. So, there we have it. We now have an easy way between our starter island and the main base. And that's the ultimate goal of this episode here, is to get us set up. I broke some crops, oh well. Is to get us set up with traveling back and forward, and the basics of nether travel in the first place. We're going to work on building what's called a nether hub, which is basically a more organized way of decorating and keeping yourself safe from gas and that sort of thing. We'll do that in another episode. The important thing is we have the throughway, the two portals, and with that we can start working and transferring things as needed to the other island. So we're going to go and leave that here at this episode. We'll pick this up on the next episode when I think it is time to make a proper house for us, which will include storage. The most important thing in Minecraft that you'll have at your base, a place to store stuff. So, I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you've learned something today, or were at least entertained. As always, my name is Daniel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification button to get updated when I release new videos. And again, as always, thank you for joining me. Enjoy Minecraft.